Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so nakakain naman tayo ng lunch lahat, di ba? Okay, that's good. Alright, once again, welcome to our second session. So ako ulit yung second facilitator. So tayo hanggang third session tayo. Okay, kung kanina, regular lang tayo before tayo mag-proceed sa topic, we discussed about the what did you call this? Different approach and strategies in kung ano ba yung pinaka-effective sa teaching multi-grade class. In this session, this titled, How Can... Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay. Lahat naman siguro tayo dito nakapag-lunch na, di ba? Sarap? Okay. That's good. So, recall lang tayo before we start this second session. So, in the first session, we discussed the 9 different strategies and approach at umili tayo kung ano yung nga ba yung pinaka-effective na teaching strategies and methods in teaching multi-grade class. Now, ako ulit yung magiging facilitator in this second session. So, huwag kayong mag-alala hanggang third session tayo. So, okay. Now, we're going to discuss now how can we effectively assess learning in a multi-grade class. So, now, before we start our session, tanongin nyo muna yung sarili nyo, this is our activity. How effective are we in the field of teaching? This is a self-reflection lang ha. Answer it by your conscience. Second is, did I give knowledge that the students deserve in my class? And lastly, when was the last time I became confident in teaching in the multi-grade class or to my students? Have you ever found your answers? If yes, okay, let us now proceed to our discussion. In this next session, we will discuss about the tips that I can give you on how can we effectively assess the learning in the multi-grade class so that we as teachers can even grow and more effective that we can give the students better knowledge that they deserve. Because as teacher, we should never stop from learning new things, right? Okay. Understanding multi-grade teaching. What is it and why do it? Multi-grade teaching is an important and appropriate way to help by providing good quality education to the children who are often neglecting by their educational system because they live in a small, poor, and remote communities. Meaning, dito sa ating field, sa multi-grade class, alam naman natin na some of us are matawid sa sa bundok, matawid sa ilog, yung iba, yeah, namamangka pa para makarating sa kanilang base. So, napakahirap ng ating task as multi-grade teachers kasi too much effort ang nilalabas natin, di ba? And these are the topics or the tips that I can give you on how can we effectively assess learning in a multi-grade class. Una, we must see the challenges as opportunity. So all the teaching offers challenges, and as a multi-grade teachers, you have a specific things to think about to ensure you get the best out of the students in your class. Kasi, my dear fellow teachers, kung hindi kayo na-challenge sa ating field, the multi-grade class, hindi din tayo mag-grow. Bakit? Kasi rest assured na kapag na-conquer natin tong ating challenges that we face in the multi-grade class, rest assured na magiging better teacher tayo. So, see the challenges as an opportunity to grow even more. Next, balancing time and multitasking. So, as teachers, alam naman natin na we use a lot of sacrifices, especially in the time and money and efforts. So, minsan, nawawalan na tayo ng time sa ating family. Some of us, hindi na nakakasama sa lakad ng barkada, di ba? Because we are professionals now And ito yung duty natin to serve our students. So by that, balancing time and multitasking, the secret to being successful in a multi-grade teacher is to balance your time effectively. This is a challenge when addressing the different learning needs of the group of an individual student, but preparing a variety of activities that will keep all groups and engage your students to the activities in the multi-grade class. Meaning, ibig sabihin na nito, gamitin natin yung oras natin ng tama. Instead of doing the things we always do from before, hindi na natin siya magagawa kasi as multi-grade teacher now, hindi na as multi-grade as teacher, we use our time to balance our time para mag-prepare ng materials and para mas maging effective yung ating pagtuturo. Okay? Next is engaging your student and keeping them focused in learning. So, hindi ka lang basta turo ng turo sa ating klase. Remember to engage always to your student. Kasi, in order to become an effective teacher, you must allow your students to follow your orders and make sure na yung learning outcome nila is maganda yung feedback. Kasi kapag hindi, saan nagsabihin nun? We're not good enough in our teaching strategies that we use. Okay, next tip is breaking your isolation as a multi-grade teacher. Kasi alam naman natin na, nagtuturo lang yan sa gantong school, multi-grade yan. No. Each teacher are equal. Ibig sabihin na, porket nasa bayan ka, nagtuturo, you're handling a single-based teaching, and yung kaibigan mong teacher is napapunta sa malayo, and yun, multi-grade teaching na napaturo nila, never ever underestimate yourself kasi malay natin mas magaling pa pala yung multi-grade teacher kaysa sa single base. Kasi kung nag-e-effort si teacher from the single base, what more in the multi-grade kasi sobra-sobra yung sacrifices na binibigay nila and efforts. Therefore, hindi ka basta multi-grade teacher lang. You are a teacher that handling a mixed group that will be effective. Next up, focusing more on the learning assessment than evaluation. So never ever focus on what is the outcome of the problem. Instead, alamin muna natin kung ano yung bagay na pwede nating ituro kaysa dun sa resulta. Although kailangan din nating isipin yung resulta, pero mas kailangan nating pangibabawan yung preparation dun sa ating learning. Okay? Next, practicing self-reflection on your teaching and your students' learning. So, ito yung paulit-ulit ko sinasabi kanina. Diba? I ask you a question, a variety of question before mag-start yung ating session. So, allow yourself to reflect kung nagiging functional pa ba tayo sa pagtuturo or kailangan natin mag-isip ng bagong strategy or approach para mas maging effective yung ating pagtuturo. So, hindi lang basta yung sarili natin ang iniisip natin, isipin din natin yung estudyante kung nagiging functional pa ba sila sa ating way ng pagtuturo. Okay ba? Intindihin pa? Okay, sige. Okay, that's the end of our second session. So, I hope to may natutunan tayo on these tips. So, patuloy lang natin discover kasi kahit anong tips ang ibigay ko sa inyo, the answer will be always within you. Ikaw yung makakasagot sa problema nyo kung paano tayo magiging effective sa ating pagtuturo. So, for that, I hope to see you in the next session. Thank you so much.